What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, we are back again here in Indiana down at Kropf Industries to bring you a pretty darn pinkies up highfalutin park model. I think you guys are going to like it. Make sure to drop some comments along the way and, help me keep getting invited out to do things like this. But this one in particular is the 2026 Island 6376. And you can see here from my little cheat sheet, which Liz, thank you. It's got an island with an all-in-one washer and dryer, timber wall, whatever that means. We're gonna find out. Front kitchen and a live edge island top. So there's a whole lot going on in this thing, but this is kind of the style that I would like if I was to purchase one. You know, we got 4 kids at home, and I think if we, kicked those little critters out and me and Honey Buns were, plopping down lakeside property chilling, this is exactly how I would like it. I'm a big sectional sofa kind of guy, and this has just that, but the kitchen is enough space for you, but also it's compact enough to not get in the way. So I think it is a very cool floor plan, but I'm more curious to see what you think. But I'll tell you one thing I think we can both agree on, and maybe this is a timber wall, I don't know. This just looks really cool. It's kind of got like a dark green kind of look to it, although my wife says I'm colorblind all the time, so who knows, maybe it's a gray. Truth be told, whatever color you're seeing on the screen, that's the color that it is. But to me, it's kind of like a greenish. I love the lights out here too. But yeah, I'll put a link for Kropf Industries down in the description. But big old loft here. You also have a bathroom, bedroom, but we're going to start in the living room. I bet that's the timber wall because that just looks a little different. That is pretty darn cool. You also have your control for your heat and AC right there. But when I was saying about the kitchen and the living room, this is what I'm talking about. This is, in my opinion, fan-freaking-tastic. I love the fact that you can lounge around right here with a couple of buddies. Maybe the kids are sitting there with the loft. But, man, I just love the fact that you have a real living room feel, especially with the TV there. And then maybe that's a timber wall. I got to Google what a timber wall is. Maybe I'll put that down in the description because I'm not a very fancy guy. People hire me because I'm friendly. And timber walls got me all sorts of confused and confuddled. But I love the countertops on this. I mean, look at that, kind of the dark, babe, if you're watching, I love you. You also have the fireplace to keep you nice and roasty and a toasty. Now, keep in mind, these are all very customizable too. So if you have a different style than what I do, like the flooring or the cabinets, you can change all that. And that's why that link to Kropf, I think, will be helpful because you're seriously in the market. Not only can you find dealerships, but you can also call them and get kind of the swatch book of what's all available. Now that is a fancy refrigerator. Let's go ahead and focus on that for a second. I always like to do this. Oh God, that scared the crap out of me. Typically they don't make any noises. Right there, you have your GE refrigerator. You have an ice maker. It clearly works. Man, that's a nice one though. It's a real residential kind of style. You can fit probably a pizza on the left side. All your Bourbonias and everything on the right. Now this for the vertically challenged might be a little difficult to get to. It'd be a perfect place for maybe all those big bottles of apple juice that you're storing to get a little funky down at the campground. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm talking about for the kitchen. Not consuming a lot of space, but it has a lot of functional space with all the countertops. Plus you have this island with that the live edge right there, as they call it. It's pretty darn cool. This is also a wheelable island, so you can push it off to the corner when you're not using it, or move it into more in the living room if you want to play some games. Just kind of a useful space. I like how it's got the 4 stools as well with open storage on this side. And then if you move this chair here, you also have more storage there up underneath. So great place, even for some stowaway items. I could see that being really, really useful. Kind of wish we had one of those for my backyard, really, out on the patio. I think that'd be cool to set up my grill and have something like that next to it with all my spices built in. I think that'd be pretty neat. But pretty darn good use of space here in the kitchen. I keep harping on it. But you got good little viewing windows. If you're someone that likes the sunshine, you can also get your Dracula shades on there with the slats. Big farm-style sink. Big fan of that. And then look at that. You got all my camera gear there, but adjustable shelving here too as well. And I like this kind of midnight black appearance. But like I said, if you want a green, I saw one that had green the other day. You could do something like that. So you can get real crazy. I mean, look at that sucker right down there. That's kind of green. Heck, this one might be too. I don't know. You have to get someone. Let me know what the outside color is. Shiplap for the backdrop, which I think is pretty darn special. And then it's not a real tile; it's a fake tile, but it looks. Well, shoot, is it? Doesn't sound like fake. It feels really nice though. That's cool. That's I like that. It's a faux tile. They do a good job with it. Another thing that I like that they do is they do have the dovetail construction, which I think comes pretty handy. So that way the kids, if you're bringing them, they're not clanging and banging, you know, all the way through. But again, that stainless steel farm style sink, gotta love it. You also have the high-rise faucet, whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. And then here up underneath, you got yourself the disconnects there too as well. Good place, good clean cut storage, which I'm a big fan of to put all your cleaning supplies. More storage here. And then what I really like about these park models in general is the home-like feel to the appliances. So in your traditional RVs that I shoot, you can't get an oven like this. I mean, look at that. You could fit an oven with a couple of the fixings, and then you got a 4-top burner to whip up all the fixings, a middle griddle, and then you have, you know, microwave with the old potato mode. So you're baking potatoes in style. You also have the adjustable shelving, and I like how they are, again, using all of the soft close cabinetry. It's a real wood too, so it has a real nice kind of sturdy feel to it, you know, when you're plopping it around. One thing that I notice is when you're shaking around on the park models, they're put together just much better. And that might be a Kropf thing. I mean, I'm not too familiar with them yet, but they do seem to be a little bit nicer than some of the other brands that I've come along. 2x6s for the floor joists, 2x4s for the wall. So again, built up like kind of like a home would be, except it's on wheels and you plop it and drop it. No tanks. You know, you hook it up to all your your campsite, whatever you got going on. You hard plumb it, and you're ready to rock. But what do you think about that living room? Let's see if I can get it from the other side. I think that might be thumbnail worthy right there. I don't know. We'll see if it makes a cut. I love that globe though. Look at that. That's world travel. Well, I'm dying. I'm in the North Pacific, drowning somewhere, so come save me. So right here, you got your sectional sofa. Again, all of the windows, the presumably timber wall right there, and you also have a ceiling fan as well. We'll check out the loft here in just a second, but as you can tell, it is a mighty big loft, so that would be great, again, for the grandkids or just your seasonal storage if you want to drop it off. What I really like, too, is that I'm a big, wide guy. I mean, I'm a big round belly fella, and when you walk up, you know, I can still stand, you know, really nice and normal and just kind of spread out the shoulders and walk up it as opposed to doing the sideways squeeze. So as a bigger person, I value the width of that staircase greatly. More adjustable shelving, more adjustable shelving. You also saw that there was an outlet down there, and the bathroom is looking pretty darn nice. You got the porcelain hand flush throne right there, a nice little friendly neighbor window if you want to open it up. And then you have a porcelain sink there too as well. You also have a mirror to show off the old bowling gun, baby. But look at that. And then, moving along over here, more adjustable shelving, place for your towels. And just like in the kitchen sink, you have the shutoff valves there too as well with some more storage. So if anything does happen, you know, which hopefully it shouldn't, but you know how life goes, you have the ability to shut it off. Now you're going to get the 2 glass pieces right there to open up. It's a 1-piece fiberglass shell. The only downside is to the shower is that, again, I am a bigger guy. So standing sideways, it's a little bit of a scrunch for me, but I'm still standing pretty normal. But my shoulders are touching on either side. But head height, I'm 6 foot, 6'1" with the Birkenstocks on. You got about 6'2", I would say. But turning sideways, I'm taking a fully normal shower. This would be absolutely no problem. Something that I would not really even think twice about. I do like the lights right there. We'll give you one more flex for good measure. We're out of here. Now, coming into the bedroom, you're going to get plenty of storage here to the left that I'll show you here in just a second. But a queen bed, possibly timber backdrop walls. I like the kind of the headboard look there too. I think that's pretty slick. But you're going to get a pull-out drawer, place for all your books over on the sides. And then you also have the fancy light switch right there with the USB Universal C. And then you see I just turned on, you know, the reading light, so my wife can sit up there and read her books without keeping the whole light system on. Head height in here too, by the way, is probably about 6'4", would be my best guess. Now I'm going to open up the left side. The right side is going to be, you know, pretty much the same thing. But as you can see, you got your hanging closet right here. You're also going to have a pull-out drawer. So you're going to get one of these on either side and one of these on either side. But then you're also going to get 4 more of the smaller ones with one of the larger ones down below. You also see you got a smart TV there too as well. Love that clock. My wife would love that. But all right, guys, drop a comment and let me know what you think. We're going to head around on the outside. I think we got a pretty good little overview. And I am new to park models, so I would love your feedback. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what I did well. Maybe educate me a little bit. I'm here to help and eventually grow into a greater value to you. So any feedback is good feedback. Except Tamara, if you're watching, you're always negative about me. Maybe not feedback from you today. You got the 2026 Island 6376 with the timber walls. Actually, that's probably got to be the thumbnail. That's just sweet. What a cool freaking camper. I guess it's not a camper, it's a park model. You know, they say they're not tiny homes, but I don't care what they say. They're definitely, they're tiny homes, you know what I mean? All right, so now we are here back on the exterior. You're gonna have 3 axles. Obviously you got your frame here up top, but a lot of times you're gonna take it, well, all the time, you're gonna take it, plop it, and drop it, and you're good to go. But the nice thing is even though they're wide load, you gotta get different like clearances and whatnot. You can still move this. It's still a home on wheels, so it does have some versatility. You know, if you ever move, obviously you can take it with you. But you know, you plop it and drop it, you're ready to rock. You got real shingles up there on the roof. I love the light right there as well. You can also see that on either side of the sliding doors you have outlets, so I like that if you're building up a deck to it, anything of that nature. You have a place where you can plug in you know, whatever you might, like if you got one of those kind of new style like electric grills or one of those smokers you know, that fancy people get, you can you know, hook it up and you're ready to rock. But plenty of night lights. You're never gonna get lost in the dark here in this. But one more time, I am gonna put a link for Kropf Industries down in the description, so maybe you can access a dealership or give them a call for any sort of pricing, you know, or anything like that that you might need. Now here in the back, you see you got one of your AC right there. You also have your brake lights. That's going to be where your power cord is also located. Now I hope I'm not this colorblind, but that is like a darkish kind of green, I would imagine. But like I said, customizable if you would like it. You got your 4 axles. Sorry, I think I might have said 3 earlier. But you also have hookups for your sewer right there. So that's going to be where you're going to hard plumb this bad boy. And then the back end of your water heater, and then the back end of your furnace. And I like the furnace because they are using, I believe, the Suburban on this thing. Let's see here if it says it. This is the Dometic, sorry. But I like how they have, I didn't know they were doing that, but I like how you have the access plate so you can remove it. It's going to make maintenance a little bit less expensive because they're not as difficult to get into. But all right, guys. So like I said before, hit that like and subscribe button. Help me reach 100,000 folks. So that way my wife will let me buy that Mac Daddy drone and I can start getting real crazy with these videos. But 2026 Island 6376 by Kropf Industries. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. My name is Hunter. See you.